everybody, Frozen Exploit here, and today I'm on Halo 5 with the first episode of Halo 5 Jumps and Hiding Spots. If you guys don't know what this series is, I did it a while back for Halo 4. It's basically where I go around on each map on a Halo game, and I show you some cool spots where you can hide and some jumps to up your game. So today we're doing the map Plaza. This is a really nice map. I like the aesthetic feel, but it can be kind of confusing if you don't know your way around, so I'm going to show you some cool routes and spots you can hide in today. So without further ado, let's get right on to the video. So guys, first I'm going to go into each of the main spawns and show you like the main routes to get to Sniper and OS, the main pickups on this map, you could say. So normally if you're going to go rush Sniper or OS, which is Overshield if you don't know, you're gonna go through this tunnel off of Red Spawn, and you get a nice view, you can contest it, and if you're going for Overshields, then you'll go this way, probably, and make your way, clamber up, and, I mean, those are nice and all, but they're fairly predictable, and your enemies can intercept you very well if they know what you're doing. So I'm going to show you some faster and more unpredictable ways to get to these weapon spawns. So first up for OS, you want to hop off this car, mantle up here, then you can just kind of hop along these two things, and you can get to OS slightly quicker than you would have otherwise. Now I find this very useful. It catches people off guard. No one expects to really see you there if they're also rushing OS. And now, oops, failed that jump. You would do a similar thing if you were to rush Sniper. Like, say I would go up here. Now this way does take slightly longer, but I believe it gives you such a good vantage point that it's totally worth it. So if we go around here, back up to the place where we were, up on this box, and say we're going the Overshield route, instead of landing on OS, you can clamber up here and go on this little ledge up here that overlooks Sniper spawn. Now this is a very good spot. Some people actually don't know about it if they're like Christmas noobs, but the majority of people will, and people will know that this is a very, very good vantage point. You gotta be careful of this little explosive thing here because they might be able to shoot that and damage you a little bit. But this is a very good power point. People can't get up here easily from the side that you're looking down on. And it's just a great place to overlook Sniper spawn if you're on red team. So next up, what I'm going to show you is like just some ways that you can get some points on Sniper if you just want to contest it from long range. You can just kind of stand on this box, chill back at your spawn. You don't have to push it. Maybe just like get a few shots off with your Magnum. I don't know. It depends on what you want to do here. Next up, heading over to blue spawn. Basically they'll spawn up in this room. I'm pretty sure. I don't spawn on blue that often. But a great way to contest OS right off the bat is to hop on this lamppost. It just gets you there a few seconds quicker than if you would, kind of just run along the ground. It's definitely a little bit quicker, and it gets you there maybe like a half a second or a second before you normally would. And that might not seem like a lot, but it actually can be a pretty significant difference. Like that half a second or a second you get there, you might get OS first, but like you might get there before people can get a good line of sight on you. If you want to test Sniper, there are two pretty straightforward ways. One, you hop off the truck, you go up here, you just kind of try to grab Sniper, contest people who will probably rush this way, and hopefully not get ambushed by anyone up top. Another good way to get to Sniper, which you might think I'm kind of insane for this, but that's go through the lift. And you might be thinking that the lift is an awful place. I mean, it leaves you super exposed when you come through. Like you get there pretty decently fast, but you're super exposed when you're first jumping through it. But I'm going to show you a good way to not do that. So just jump up and mantle up top. Now, I'm going to show a side-by-side comparison of the speed of this, because this is actually a lot faster. You can rush up and get Sniper, and it'll definitely catch people off guard. No one will really see you here, and it's pretty great. Alright guys, next up I'm going to show you some cool tricks you can do around Sniper area. Now, normally you can't get up here from this side, but if you shoot this little barrel here, you can actually hop on this little panel thing here and then do a jump up and mantle. And this is basically the only way that I know of to get up here from that side, so it's definitely going to be useful to know. Now there is a little ledge down here that you might mantle on sometimes, so be careful of that. It might get you stuck and you might not know why. So just be aware of that. But yeah, this is a really good way to get up here fast. Now, next up is a cool little trick that I have over on this side. There's a nice ledge that if you crouch, you can actually sneak around. And of course you have an okay view from here. You can see into blue a little bit. But if you go around and stand next to this light post, you're pretty hidden. Well, not really hidden, but you get a good view of sniper and blue spawn, so it's a really nice spot to chill out for just a little bit because you are a little bit exposed, but it's good for catching people off guard. You can also jump on these signs, as you can see, and it's kind of hard to get onto though, and none of them are really advantageous. So I wouldn't really recommend it, except for this sign up here. That sign's actually a really good sign because you can you're pretty well covered and you have a good view of the entire sniper area. So if you can get onto that sign right there, then that's the one you're going to want to go for. Now if we make our way over to OS, I'll show you some cool spots around here. So just know that you can basically climb on top of every light post in the game. This particular one isn't that great, but just know that you can climb on these if you need to escape from someone in a pinch. A really good spot though is jumping and mantling onto this red sign here, because you have pretty decent cover and you can see into people trying to contest OS from blue. Not that many people expect it, and of course you could jump down and get good cover. So it's just a great spot to contest OS, I find, and I just generally like it. Now of course, if you're really skilled, you can even mantle on the sign right above it up here, but it doesn't give you much cover, so I don't like using it. Now, a lot of times you'll get into some fights here. There will be a team down there, and you'll be up here trying to fight them. And even though you have the height advantage, you're generally at a disadvantage here because they have a lot of cover. So a great way to take people on if they're down here is to kind of go up top and get a few shots off from up top on this little corner there, and then rush in and do some damage. Especially if you have a teammate or two helping you with this particular rush. You definitely want to play this kind of thing smart, and instead of coming down from the steps, go somewhere unpredictable like there and get a few shots off on them. Next up, I guess we will go over to this kind of like little sniper post up here. That's what I like to call it. You can basically mantle up here and get a pretty good view of the map, catch some people rushing sniper from blue spawn, but it also gives you a nice view into yellow room, which I really like, because yellow room has a hydra launcher and an SMG in it, and people who know about those are definitely going to contest it a lot. So some cool spots. I'm going to go back over to that little sniping spot earlier. If you want to climb up here and you're fighting people in here, you're on the window, and they kind of back up to your left and you can't get a good sight on them, you can hop on this sign here and just kind of peer around. It's just generally a great spot to get people who are trying to hide from you, or maybe even retreat to flank you from here. So, next, I guess I will go down below and show you some ways to get from bottom mid up to OS. Always a conundrum. People are contesting OS, you're stuck at the bottom, you have no way to get up there. And a good way to start is to just jump on this blue van, do a jump boost, and a mantle up on that little sign lamppost, and you can get up here relatively fast from that side. Another more trickier way, but also a lot faster if you can master it, is up on this van here. Basically what you have to do is you have to get on it, and then go around halfway on top of the windshield, and then kind of do a late jump. So basically, walk off the back, and then jump up and go forward, and mantle. You'll actually be able to go up and contest OS very easily. It's a great spot. There you see I did it. And you can get up there relatively easy. I'd recommend going into a custom game and practicing this though, because it is very hard to master. Now if we come over here, this can be a good way to get up to mid. You'll see you won't be able to do it simply by jumping. So you're going to have to do a jump and then boost forward at the top of your jump like so, and then mantle onto it. It can be kind of tricky, but it's a lot easier than the other one. So definitely make sure to keep that in mind when you're rushing OS from bottom mid. Now this side's relatively easy. You can kind of like, you can basically just climb up the stairs and get right to mid. Like climbing up those stairs doesn't take too long. So I won't worry about side. So that basically covers bottom mid. Next, I'm going to show you a pretty cool hiding spot back in red spawn. So if we make our way over to there real quick, basically what you'll be able to do is hop on this car, jump on this, do a jump boost onto this lamppost, late jump onto this sign, and then jump into this very dark corner up here. It's kind of tricky and it'll take practice, but it's a really great spot. Alright guys, next I'm going to show you a cool little trick you can do, and that's basically if you throw any kind of grenade near a spawned weapon, you can actually launch it in the opposite direction it spawns. I'll play that back in slow motion because I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, it turns out you can do this with every single gun spawn in Halo 5, which is really useful. There's this really cool gun launch spot on Coliseum I'll have to show you guys. But yeah guys, before I have to wrap this up, I have one last cool hiding spot, and this is over by Blue Spawn. You can hop on this little ledge here, and you might think this is okay. You can catch people contesting OS and watch sniper a little bit. And it is an okay spot. But you can kind of crawl around this edge and hop on this little box. You can't be seen very easily from the outside unless people are looking well. You gotta be careful of these grenades lying on the ground because people can shoot them, and that can be annoying, but you can ambush people spawning on blue, and if you crouch, you're actually pretty well hidden. Well guys, that's it for Plaza, jumps, and hiding spots. If you enjoyed and you want to see more Halo 5, then please make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe for more epic content like this. Thanks for all watching. I really appreciate you spending your time, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.